Hello K2000, it's K2000 here, and today I'm going to do a video which I've wanted to do and I've also not wanted to do. And there's not going to be any jokes here, there's not going to be any happiness, yay. This is actually going to be quite depressed, quite sad for me. I'm going to talk about Chris Benoit. For those of you who don't know who Chris Benoit is, Chris Benoit was one of the greatest wrestlers from the 90s to 2007. He was absolutely amazing. He was this great way of physical submission and technical all at the same time. Many people have called him one of the, if not the best wrestler of all time, and I can't disagree with that. Chris Benoit was amazing to watch. And you might be wondering, coming in 2000, why does that make it sound depressing? Because of what happened to him, what he did, and what happened after. Chris Benoit suffered a concussion and very much brain damage, and on the final weekend of his life he killed his, well, no one really knows what happened that weekend, but from what everyone gathers and from what I gather from some internet research, Chris Benoit murdered his wife, his son, and then killed himself. That's it. No. And when WWE first heard he died, they didn't hear what he did when he died. They gave him a huge ceremony. And once they found out, they basically went out of their way to make it you forget about him. They've made finding Chris Benoit matches on the WWE Network damn near impossible. You type in Chris Benoit on the WWE Network, you'll get one match in ECW. You can still find his matches, but they're not easy to find. If you go into like the WWE game Creative Suite and you release a superstar with the name Chris Benoit, even if he looks nothing like him, if you have the name Chris Benoit, it will be taken down instantly. They've gone way, way out of their way. And there's two sides of this debate. One is the fans and one of the Chris Benoit fans who say he should be honoured and forgiven. And you've got the ones who are like, no. Let's go to this argument. What Chris Benoit did is an unforgivable thing. If he did do it, it's unforgivable. And you can't really blame WWE for really saying Chris Benoit didn't exist, we don't know him. Granted, it does take away a huge amount of WWE story canon, but never mind that. But Chris Benoit, WWE can't still sell as merchandise and still put him in games because it looks like they're trying to profit from a murderer. You can't really blame them. Now let's go on to the fans who say, Chris Benoit didn't do it. There's actual online campaign for people for the government to reopen the case. There's even a hashtag which I found called #Benoit was framed. The theory states that Chris Benoit's wife, ex-husband, was actual real Satanist and murdered them. You've also got this bullshit theory about the Canadian Mafia, but no one really believes that. The main one is actually the ex-husband one. And you've got fans to say that you can differ the two. And from the murderer and the wrestler, and you can't. If you watch a Benoit match, you will always be reminded of what happened. It's something you can't escape. So, and you've also got fans that said Chris Benoit. See, I can't find a video, but I watched a while ago. Chris Jericho was on a podcast, and he said that someone asked him, will Chris Benoit ever be in the WWE Hall of Fame? No, he will never, ever be in the Hall of Fame. And WWE fans like to say never, but I'm being deadly serious. Chris Benoit will never, ever be in the Hall of Fame. Unless they find out that Chris Benoit did not murder his family, WWE are never going to admit Chris Benoit. And WWE go out of their way to make you forget about it. Because I'm going to tell you a story, and I was at a WWE house show the other, a while ago, like a few months ago, don't remember when, but Triple H was in the ring, and I don't know why, but I just started chanting, Chris Benoit, and everyone else started chanting, and Triple H genuinely said, shut the fuck up, that's not funny. It's not. He's never going to go in the Hall of Fame. Unless they find out he didn't do it, Chris Benoit will never go in the Hall of Fame. So what I'm trying to say is, what side of the argument is right and what side is wrong? No side, no one is wrong. No one is right, no one wrong. You can't blame WWE for what they've done. You would do the exact same. But to many people, including myself, it feels like a sad way, like a great career of Chris Benoit just doesn't exist. So I've been K2000. Please remember to like, subscribe, share with your friends.